Hello guys, and welcome to Mortgage Suite Fund with a D, Fun Fridays. We're doing agent interviews today, and on this Fun Friday, we have Sasha Syed. He's in as a guest today to talk about what it's like to be a mortgage agent, why he became a mortgage agent. We're gonna go through some questions and just get to know Sasha. So Sasha, give us some information about where did you grow up?
Well, I'm born and raised here in Windsor. So I went to London for 3 years after I graduated college. I graduated from Police Foundations. That's kind of where I discovered my sales passion.
Awesome, yeah.
Moved back here to Windsor to help my dad with his business. So I grew up in a taxi industry.
That's what your dad does, obviously, right?
Yep. So
That's
my
awesome.
dad owns a company there. We drive people to the airport in Detroit.
So you're already used to talking to people
Oh, yeah.
all the time, right? Like it's just a natural thing, natural ability.
Yeah.
Then the next step, I'm assuming, was you're driving people obviously to a location, and now you're thinking, hey, I could double up and maybe give a little bit more advice to these clients for a location for their home.
Yeah, true.
Pretty cool. I like that, man. So how was the course, obviously? Like they're doing the course.
So the course for the mortgage agent was good. My dad actually, I wanted to be a car salesman, and my dad kind of was telling me go into mortgages, right? So I have a couple of cousins in the GTA that are mortgage brokers, and then I spoke with them, and they said, hey, it's pretty easy and it's good, it's really rewarding. So I did REMIC, and I did it in about 3 months. I took my time reading the book. And I found it really informative. I learned a lot through that I didn't have no idea existed. I didn't really know anything about the mortgage industry until I started doing that.
Like many clients, obviously. And REMIC, that's the education course that gets them licensed and gives them a mortgage agent license. So how do you differ from most other agents then, yourself? Like personality-wise, what do you like?
So, I haven't really met too many other agents, but just from my experience around the offices, I find I'm just a little bit more, passionate, I guess. I don't know much.
I see that as well, believe me. I see the passion.
I find everybody else knows a little bit more than me, but I feel like I'm more, invested into it.
Okay. Invested into the client, obviously their needs, what they want to be get approved for, things like that.
Yeah, that, man. Just the job itself. So there's a lot to learn, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. But it's all growing. It's like pillars going one on top of another, and I really, really enjoy it.
That's awesome, man. So what kind of hobbies do you like doing?
Well, I bodybuilt for 8 years, so
So you already have passion for that.
Yeah.
That plays into doing mortgages.
Yep. Then the dedication and willpower that comes with that, it's easy to transfer over.
You talk about no pain, no gain.
Yeah, and if you guys see my Facebook, I'm in that office till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Thank God you guys gave me a key.
That's true.
So you're definitely very dedicated to it. Other hobbies I have, just watching hockey. I used to play hockey. I don't really fit in my gear anymore, but I do love watching it still. So
we're sitting down doing mortgages all day, every day, sitting at that chair, man. I hear you. So you got into mortgages to help give advice. If you're gonna, put it all into one nutshell, what is it you'd like to say to these clients?
Don't get a car payment.
Very simple.
I know. It's just that's the one big thing that I've learned in this so far is that your car payment really boosts up your ratios. So
yeah,
that's. But if I had to say one thing, I would have to say thank you for trusting me. You gotta have a connection with your client because they have to trust you, and you're basically taking all that and yeah.
I do agree. The trust level has to be there for the client. I would say that's probably why you differ from all other agents and maybe some specialists elsewhere, that you are constantly on your phone, at your email, waiting for applications to come on in. And what's the advantage in regards to that app link that you have? You have an app link, correct?
Yeah, so the link, when I first started, you had me doing it all manually. So I think that the greatest thing about the link is it's time consuming. So the one thing, or it's not time consuming, it's time saving, sorry. So the one thing is you want to be quick with these, especially if you're dealing with realtors. You want to have a quick pre-approval, you want to know what's going on quick. So you get to chat with them, right? You spend about 20 minutes, half an hour building up some rapport, and once they feel comfortable and they're trusting you, you send them the link, and they have to upload all their information on there. But it can take them 15 minutes, and then you get the email that the link has been filled out, and then you jump on it. It takes you 10-15 minutes to kind of just put everything in, and then you know where they're at, you know where their ratios are, you know what they're maxed out at, and so you get to to call them back quick. You get to call the realtor back quick.
Exactly.
You know,
efficiency.
So,
it's just utter efficiency.
I think the first meeting I had, it took me an hour to do the whole, to do the app.
Oh, yeah.
But we were an hour and a half between chatter and everything. So it's
I hear you.
Definitely efficiency, quickness.
I would ask then, why don't you go into the support that you're given here at the company and let us know about how that goes?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, this is all new to me, this industry, but listening to podcasts and hearing other brokers talk about other brokerages, it's a really hit or miss. So the first interview I had was with great company, right? Everything, but it was like, everything was on YouTube, or you had to get in a queue to wait to talk to somebody for the support. So great place. But the thing I really like about Mortgage Suite is, like you said, it's team-based. So Team Kingsbury, so I have Alex, who's been doing it for a little over a year to help me out, answer questions. Yep. And Sean, who's been with you since the get-go. And what a great guy. I mean, he's always there to answer the phone, even if it's after, well, not after 9, but
okay.
If it's after office hours, and they're just there to answer your questions and give you support. They look over everything you've done. If I don't CC him in an email, he gives me crap about it, So he's got to be involved, and I think that's a big difference from other brokerages where they kind of just say, here's some material, let me know if you have questions.
Yeah, I agree.
The leads are there with you guys, and it's just very supportive environment.
We have in your vicinity, right next to you, in your proximity, we have trained agents that can jump on that file with you and give you the expertise if you don't have it at the time.
Yeah, and it's not just confidence for myself either, it's confidence for the clients too, because
Totally agree.
You're new in there, right? And when you can sit down with your team leader in front of a client or a realtor and say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and then your team leader is there to say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. So it's just, it's
I would say it all comes back to the biggest thing that you said too, is the trust.
Yeah.
It helps the trust to stay there with the whole team to help that client. So other than that, I would say, Sasha, thank you so much. We're actually going to go into a story about maybe one of your hardest files you've done.
Oh, God.
And we'll follow up with that. Oh, I figured you do. So thank you again. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.